Hello and welcome to my channel Weird is the New Black. My name is Kat and this is going to be slightly different. This is a channeled reading. I'm using colour frequency to channel this rather than tarot with this reading. But this is an energy checkup to see what's going on with your person, what energies are surrounding them. So for these readings, you may have some contact with this person or some communication, but it could be limited, or this is a no contact situation. So you're checking in. So the first stack, number 1, we have this little silver ring. Number 2, pillar box red lipstick. Number 3, we have a turquoise silver ring. Number 4, this is a gold ring with an emerald. So take your time, take a breath, and just be drawn to your stack. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Hello to those of you that chose this lovely little silvery ring with this 5-point star here. So I've got this baby pink colour, which is called Cotton Candy in this deck. So what I do for my channeled readings is I let the colours come to me, and then I find my colour card deck and see if I can find the cards that represent those colours. So what I saw was this baby pink, and on this card it says manifestation, wishing, optimism, and make a wish. So I'm not sure if you can see that colour particularly well. My camera doesn't really show up colours very well. It just looks bleached out. Let's see if I can fiddle around with the light. It's nigh on impossible to see. It's baby pink. And then this is smoke, which is like a gunmetal grey that I saw, confusion, impasse, ignorance, and mystery. So for this energy, this is either dealing with like inner childhood wounds that your person is dealing with, issues that they had as a child, or an actual child is involved in this situation. So both have a factor in this, but this is, I am picking up strong child energy here, and this is quite a young child as well. I don't think this child is teenage energy. So if this is your person dealing with inner child stuff, this is happened prior to teenage energy. So yeah, I'm thinking about from the ages of like 7 to 9. 9 even is like slightly high here. So it could even be younger here, could be like 5 to 8. I'm going to say around about those ages, like very, very like vulnerable age is what I want to say. So what I saw when I saw these colours in my head was very specific. I'm seeing a circular perimeter of this gunmetal grey, and it's like a massive, massive, massive wall, and it's surrounding this baby pink. So the grey is the colour of the wall, and it's surrounding this child energy, and it is enormous. So I'm seeing like a physical barrier, like physically cut off from the outside world. There's no entrances, no exit. And what Spirit is showing me is like military troops all around the top of this wall with like rifles pointed in at this child energy, or at least that's how this kid feels. That's how this inner child energy feels. Could be inner child, it could be an actual child, a situation with a child. Now, if it is a situation with the child, I feel like your person has been completely blocked from seeing or contacting or having anything to do with their child. Or this could be you. You could feel blocked from seeing your child that you have with this person. Now, this is quite a specific message, so if this isn't resonating with you, this really is not your stack. So this kid's energy, this child, or your person as a child is very vulnerable, like superbly sensitive. I'm feeling they are literally surrounded. My guide is showing me that they are surrounded by like spirit animals, spirit energies, and that they're living entirely in their imagination, but they are actually really connected to spirit, and spirit is talking to them, playing with them, engaging with them, because there's such a sense of loneliness here, of feeling cut off from the outside world. This is heavy. This feels really sad. If it's your person that's cut off from this child, or you're cut off from a child, then I feel like this is a massive impasse, like that you just can't get into this fortress, that you're being locked out of connecting with this energy, with this child energy, and you're trying to spiritually reach out and offer comfort to this kid, because they're so innocent and they are scared. They don't know what's going on. And I think that if this is inner child stuff, your person did not know what was going on. This huge disciplinarian energy around this child, as they literally barricaded in. I'm hearing like Rapunzel, like unable to exit the tower, like completely physically controlled. This child actually really does want to connect with the outside world, does want to feel like a kid, but is not allowed. It is not allowed. There's a lot of, they're scared. They're scared of a parent or a caregiver, or your person is very, very scared of a parent. And if this feels, I mean, who aims a rifle at a child? This feels like way too much. This is like full on energy. And this kid is like, I'm feeling a shortness of breath. I'm feeling panicked. I'm seeing, you know, like when kids get lost in the supermarket and they lose their mum or something, and it's just, they're feeling so cut off, and they don't know how yet to express themselves. They are completely natural, because they're of the age where they are completely natural in their expression. It's completely not tolerated by other people or a person that is hemming them in. It could be both their parents that this is an issue with, that they just feel are above them, are scary, are like engaged in conflict potentially, or going through like a really acrimonious separation, breakup. This could have been a legal situation here. I am feeling that for very few people, your person may be incarcerated and therefore unable to connect with their child or children. There is this military, and now spirit is showing me like barbed wire all the way around this. Wow. It's like this energy doesn't even want spirit to be allowed to come in to this childlike space. So if you're dealing with someone you know's got really significant inner childhood wounds, and that's that's your person, this person is currently considering and feeling how they felt when they were a kid. Somehow they've replicated a situation in their life to bring up this energy again, or maybe even that they have been cut off by a parent or both parents, or there's some kind of enforced, you cannot approach energy in this space, and this is very vulnerable. This is just, it's not okay. It's not okay. Over disciplinarian, maybe abuse, maybe like acts of violence is in your person's background, or this child may have witnessed some of this. Maybe you've had to cut off somebody because they were violent, but if you have had to stop your child, if it's your child, from seeing somebody or a parent or somebody that was involved in their past that they had a like strong connective energy to, communication needs to be very gentle with this child, because they're so confused. It says smoke, but what I'm seeing is like thick walls, that complete inability to get out, and this cotton candy energy, is pink energy, just going round and round and round. And I think that your person, if this is inner child stuff, is just going round and round in their mind, about how they get out of feeling so utterly restricted by a very forceful expectational energy that has pretty much like got a gun to them. It's like a gun to the head, absolutely insistent that they will rehabilitate, is what I want to say here, or be locked out, locked down, until they comply with you know, this kind of military expectation of what they should be. I'm hearing like buck up, harden up, grow up, but that's unfair. It's unfair to ask this energy to do that, because they are not able to experience the real innocence of their natural space. This is very natural energy for me, this cotton candy energy. And if it's a person you're inquiring about, they're very imaginative, they're very creative, they've got deep connection to spirit. It might be that they've walled themselves in and they're absolutely refusing to budge, and they don't know how to let their inner child out in order to heal, or they feel like the circumstances in their life at this moment are completely preventative of it, and they're blocking spirit at the same time. If that's what they're doing, they're completely blocking out spirit. Or for a majority of them, there is an actual physical barrier in place preventing them, or a legal barrier as well, preventing them from accessing a childlike energy. Literally, their circumstances at the moment are not allowing at all, and there's very little that they can do about it, is what I'm feeling. Spirit is saying that my guide is a raven, and he's got wings, so he's flying right over these walls and into this central space, and kind of cooing and soothing and giving comfort to this inner child energy. They want to teach this inner child how to use spiritual forces to overcome these obstacles, and this obstacle, this block, is designed to prevent them, and it's an external thing designed to prevent them from accessing spirit. Somebody has literally blocked them. They could have blocked them energetically, like magically. They could have physically been blocked by this energy. And I think that they don't know how to access this space. They don't really understand what's going on. And Spirit's saying, like, this kind of movement, this kind of stirring energy, what I'm getting now is like a stirring energy, is trying to elevate this inner child up. So Spirit's literally trying to carry this child up and over the walls. But they have been made to feel very confused. I do feel like this is external influence actively confusing this space, actively blocking, confusing, and making things like mysterious, so that this kid feels lost and scared and vulnerable. I keep saying child, I know I do, but if this is an adult person that you're inquiring about, this energy has resurfaced so strongly that this is how they're feeling. This is how they're feeling. And if they don't have a child that they currently can't access, this is how they're feeling. This child dreams and longs, this inner child or child dreams and longs to make contact with this other energy, with a nurturing energy. And I'm seeing like mothering energy, and I feel like they could have dealt with a really strong disciplinarian energy, and felt completely emotionally cut off by their parents, or their caregivers, or one of their parents in particular. They're desperate to get mothering. I'm seeing like baby things, and I'm seeing a kid just being left to their own devices, like cut out, lost on their own. This is so upsetting. This is so upsetting. This is so upsetting, this energy. I don't really know what to say here. I'm not sure how this block can be brought down. It seems like impenetrable is what I want to say. They're in the dark is what I want to say. This kid doesn't understand what's going on. If this is a child caught in between, in a difficult or custody battle, or some kind of power play between the parents, then this kid feels like it's like a pawn. You know, it's like keeping the child away to punish the other person, is actually being really detrimental energy for this child. Really detrimental. And it's almost like, if it's an inner child energy, I almost feel like the parents are like embarrassed or ashamed about this kid's natural spiritual capability, is what I want to say. Their ability to talk to things that aren't there, like I do. And their ability to use their imagination as a jumping off platform to connect with spiritual force, to connect with spiritual energies. And this just not, the imagination is the platform that you use to jump off. And the second you start trusting the feelings that come to you, or the images that you see, the second you realize that there is something else going on much deeper. But I'm feeling like this child was completely squashed on an imaginary level or a romantic level as well. There's this strong romantic energy, and I'm also feeling like real connection to like animal energies and to beautiful things, like delicate, innocent things like children do. I'm going to ask Spirit for another message here. Make your dreams real. Oh, I feel like Spirit is, I feel like this little Charlotte's Web energy of this little spider, like whispering to this inner child, going, it can be real if you just believe it enough, you'll manifest it. And that way, nothing can stand in your way, because we're Spirit and we can move mountains on your behalf. And these dreams that this child has, and it's very dreamy energy, can become real. And Spirit is, this is a reassurance energy for me. This is like the Charlotte's Web energy. This is protective. This is protective. And they do believe that they can talk to animals, I think, or that they can talk to spirits, or that, and they probably can. But this is not acceptable to some kind of energy nearby. It's not acceptable. It's like, don't be ridiculous, buck up. This is not reality. This, you know, this is reality, and it's hard, and it's brutal, and it's scary, and it's intimidating, and it's, I mean, there is no leeway in the energy that they're dealing with, or that they have dealt with in their past as children. So this person that you're dealing with, if it's an inner child situation, may get very confused between, not confused, but they may, yes, confused, sorry, I do want to say that, between how to deal with reality, or what we call the 3D world in spiritual circles, and the 5D world. and they don't trust the messages that they get because they've been programmed to see them as bad, like really bad, like not acceptable. This childlike energy does not feel safe in articulating or expressing who they really are, because they're just coming up against this blunt force, this absolute immovable, this is for your own benefit kind of energy, with very little compassion, very little leeway. And I think that this person, if it's inner child stuff, that they've really put this wall is in their heart. It's like, this is the heart energy, and it's so soft and it's so loving. And this wall around them is a complete fortress. And they may go from this beautiful, soft, nurturing, tender, engaged, alive, childlike, delicious, imaginative, sweet, good-natured energy, to like a complete shutdown, like a military shutdown energy, where you can perceive no emotional content. They'd seem to not care at all. They can be very fierce, very aggressive, very strong-willed. And if you're inquiring about a love interest, I think they love you deeply. I think they love you deeply. Make your dreams real. You are a dream for this person, but they just dare not believe it, because this energy kicks in and says, no, you're not allowed to. No, it's not acceptable. So if you just want an insight into your person and you can't understand why there could be this very split personality, I'm hearing also, I'm hearing borderline personality disorder, bipolar as well for some of these energies. If this is inner child stuff, they're beginning to weave this understanding into their being, and spirit is doing their best to give them the soothing energy that they need, the nurturance energy that they need, so that they can feel better about themselves and feel deserving of love, because I really don't think that they got much of that. And it could be like, so social expectation, or the expectation they behave in a certain manner, they dress in a certain manner. It's like full on. It's full on. And so their imaginary realm became their escape route, or is becoming, if they're actually a child, their escape route. It's actually elevated their capability of hearing and connecting with spiritual forces, but they may, again, feel that they can't acknowledge this side to themselves, to the outside world, because it brings up such a level of fear and such a level of confusion. They feel stuck, and they can't explain it. It's mysterious, but Spirit is trying to weave them into an understanding that it's actually real. It's not just a dream. It's not just their imagination. It's a real energy. It's a real thing, that they're more authentic than they have any idea of. Spirit is saying that they are so close to Spirit, and they have to feel very safe, very secure to express this energy, and currently they're not expressing it. I think maybe they expressed it with you, and that you understand it and you perceive it. And trust me when I say, if this is a relationship that is in separation, this person may never have felt as vulnerable with anyone else as they did with you, because they were able to express this side of themselves. And maybe then they just shut down, closed the door, left you locked in your head going, what the hell? And they struggle to make their heartfelt dreams a reality because of their lack of self-belief. They've been really, really hammered. Really hammered. Their self-worth was absolutely knocked out of them as a child. They felt guilty about being them, is what I'm hearing. And so if there is a child, if there's a physical child that's currently in this situation and you can do something about it, you must do something about it. is what Spirit is saying. You must do your absolute damnedest to prevent this situation from reoccurring, is what I'm hearing. Or, you know, showing itself like I'm hearing like an ancestral energy, like just because that was the way that they were brought up, and then they bring up their kids the same way, kind of lineage energy is what I'm feeling here. If you, there is a physical block here as well. I feel there's a physical block, and that then if this is a child that's away from its parents, or a parent figure or someone that loves them or something that loves them, they're dreaming about how Spirit can be that like nurturing energy, or is that nurturing energy for them, or how to access a parent, or a parent is wondering and thinking and desperately wishing that they could access a child. But that won't resonate with everybody. Like I say, you have to take what resonates. So inner child stuff or child stuff is this pile. I think that's all I've got for you. I don't think there's much more I can say on that. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. Anyway, if that resonated, please do like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello to those of you who chose the pink, or pink, it's actually Pillowbox Red lipstick here. And before I start this reading, I'm going to let you know that this is a channeled reading. I'm using colour energy to channel with, and I'm being very assisted, I have to be polite now, by my spirit guide, whose name is Crow, but he's currently in the form of a raven in my mind's eye, which is his messaging form. So I will be talking to him throughout and asking him for messages. He does tend to chime in with things in channeled readings and just give me information. So, dragon. So this green, initially, when I saw the colour in my mind, and then I pick a colour card to try and represent it. I didn't have the red colour, so which is why I chose the lipstick, but I saw both. This green I see moss in my mind when I look at this. So your person is not feeling great, I don't think. I think they're feeling very low, actually. There's low energy associated with this for me. It's as though that they need a good lie down, is what I want to say. And I feel that they are also healing from a wounding, and I'm feeling wounded heart energy here with this green. And moss, I know, is used to cover wounds and help stem bleeding, that kind of thing. So I feel like it's quite a raw energy, and this person just wants to rest. They need to heal. They just want to kind of zone out and sleep a lot. They do need a lot of sleep, Spirit is saying at this point. They just need healing energy. I'm also feeling that they need outdoors nature energy, and that they're not getting that. They're just not getting enough outdoor nature energy. This person is very naturally inclined. They need green spaces. They need trees, I'm feeling as well, woodland energy. I feel like your person needs tree love. I also feel like they could do with some herbal pick-me-up, herbal elixir to help them. I kind of want this green to be brighter in my mind. I want, Spirit is saying that it needs to elevate. It needs to elevate and grow with strength here, because I think their health has been impacted by whatever has wounded their heart. Now, or is wounding their heart, is what I want to say. Because this red colour, for me, is somebody else in their vicinity. So your person is either dealing with somebody they're in a relationship with, or this is somebody close by to them, and I'm getting strong feminine energy from this, although it doesn't have to be the case, you can flip it. At the very least, this person is a groomer that they're dealing with. They're constantly grooming themselves, constantly. They're very strong energy. They are very, this is not your person. I do think your person is strong, but not at the moment. But the energy that they're dealing with is rolling over them, is what I want to say. They're being railroaded by a strong, and I'm getting feminine energy in their vicinity, who is all about status and about how they look. And I feel like this energy is using your person in some kind of financial capacity here. So this could be business, this could be a living situation for some of them. This is just this green, I'm getting the green of the dollar bill, kind of green money energy. I feel like this person is trying to sell your person in some kind of weird way, or sell their skill set, or sell, you know, or just wants to sell them as a couple, or sell them as a unit. It's about affluence. This red energy, this like scarlet energy is what I want to say, is very, very money orientated, sees everything in terms of money. They want the finest in clothes. They want, you know, there has to be real leather, real silk, real cotton. And don't get me wrong, that's like a quality energy, but this is kind of label designer, and they end up just looking the same as everyone else. And your person is bored shitless, bored shitless of this individual, just bored of their energy. If this is a relationship that your person is in with this person, they are beginning to understand and see that the unbelievable level of superficiality that is related to this red colour for me. Like, this person is also very strong-willed, that they're dealing with, your person is dealing with, very strong-willed, very up in your face is what I want to say, like over the top is also what I want to say. And this is exhausting your individual. This is absolutely draining them. They just want to creep away, and I'm seeing the moss kind of like growing away from this energy, because I mean, they're so different. I'm hearing the word synthetic, and I think that this person is very synthetic. They may have even, they may have had some work done, not that I've got a particular problem with that, but this is very vain energy. This is very, it's sort of glamorous energy, but at the same time, like I say, this bores the crap out of your person. They could be quite corporate in the way that they dress. I'm hearing suited and booted for this red energy. I'm hearing appearances count, appearances matter, how your person comes across, and your person's really not making an effort. I feel like your person might be smoking a lot of weed, I'll be honest. If they're a smoker, they are going for it. And they're kind of, it's an escape mechanism. They just want to kind of zone out is what I'm hearing. They just want to zone out. And I'm seeing the moss growing over this red energy's mouth, as if they just want to say, shut up, just shut up. So this person that they're dealing with, this like strong vain energy that they're dealing with, it just blathers, and your person is like, this is complete nonsense. This is complete freaking nonsense. I can't actually deal with this anymore. I just want to lie down. That's what I'm hearing. Shut up, I need to lie down. But your person has been very railroaded by this energy that is nearby. They may have been, this person is very seductive. So if this is a relationship that they're involved in, they've been seduced, and they've been seduced by financial gain, by money. But they're feeling very lazy about that. They don't actually want to put the effort in. They do want the money, but they don't want to put the effort in. And it may be that they've had to put effort in. Although this lipstick energy wants to, acts like they're very busy, acts like they're very important, acts like there's lots going on. Again, I'm getting a sort of a business think here that acts like this needs to happen and that needs to happen, and they've done this, 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 and this, and so your person needs to do this, this, and this. But actually, they've done next to nothing. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. What they actually want is to push your person to do the work so they don't have to. But your person's not inclined in the beginning to cotton on to the fact that they're doing this, that they're being pushed to work for something or work towards something that doesn't represent them on a soul level, on a natural level. This person is your person that you're inquiring about has a very natural energy about them. I think that they are very, very nature orientated. I think that the outdoors, feet on ground kind of energy is just essential for their well-being. I feel like they've been very active in the past and they love being active outside in particular, but this activity has dwindled is what I want to say here, and because they need to heal, because they just don't have that energy. But this individual around them is not helping them heal. Like they are feeling that it's draining, it's draining, it's draining. I want to say vampire energy, vampire for this lipstick energy for sure. This person wants your person to find them very attractive if they are a couple. Otherwise, this could be like an overbearing mother who wants them to appear a certain way in public, or it could be a friend or business associate. But in terms of a relationship, even if it's a business associate or a friend, if they're interested in your person and they want your person to be interested in them, and your person is not giving them anything back. They don't have it in them. They're just not giving anything back. This person wants sex with your person, potentially. Again, take what resonates. But your person is not interested. They're not interested because they just don't have that energy. They're not in that mind frame. They don't feel seen on a soul level, and that's quite important to them at this stage in their journey. They need to be seen and witnessed on this level, and they are feeling cut off in a sense. Just they don't have the energy capacity to match this person's frequency, because it's like full on. So this person is like nagging is what I'm feeling. Not nagging, but like trying to provoke passion from your individual, and that's where I'm getting the force energy here in the dragon. I feel like the dragon energy is more related to the lipstick, more related to your person's person. I hope you're following this. And I think that, they're very frustrated. They're very angry with your person because they want your person to find them, impossible to resist is what I'm hearing. Impossible to resist. But your person is not having it. Like they're just not giving them energetically, giving it back. That if anything, they're maybe just going through the motions, and this is really getting on this other person's tits. It really is. Like they're causing conflict. They're being overly, like this says, governance, power, and legacy. This is power play energy. They want to control your person, and they want them to sort of match, like I say, match their frequency, match their level of interest. Even if they're pretending that they don't want your person, they do. And your person, I think, is aware of this, and they're just not interested. They're just not interested. So there's a lot of friction energy being built up between these two individuals. And Spirit is saying that your person has to stand up for themselves and be more of the dragon here, that they have to kind of get out of the stupor is what I'm hearing as well. I think that, you know, maybe there's some issue with drinking as well here, but this is not like happy going out drinking. This is like drinking on your own kind of drinking energy. It's if they do drink like that. There's, or like I say, like a fair amount of weed energy going on. If you know this person is a smoker, then they are going for it, is what I want to say in this situation. Now my guide is showing me he's kind of pecking your person, so I feel like what he's saying is like spirit is trying to show this person that they need to move on and away from this situation before they feel completely broken, completely without any level of energy, and they're already not feeling good. There's a lot of, they feel depressed, they're not discussing how they feel with this heart wounding energy. They're not getting the healing that they require because they need peace and quiet, and they're not getting that. I feel like this lipstick energy is requiring quite a lot of activity from your person, and your person is just not dealing well with that. They need to balance out the energy so that the green is stronger, so that they can stand up to this person, is what I'm feeling. And standing up for a lot of them, spirit is saying, is moving on. And I'm seeing a stone, and I'm hearing moss doesn't grow on a rolling stone. I think that's how it, you know, no moss grows on a rolling stone. So it's like spirit wants them to roll onwards. Like, it doesn't have to be drastic. It just wants them to roll away from this situation. I do think your person is actually trying desperately to get away from this energy that they're feeling. There's a lot of expectational energy in their space. And because this lipstick energy is very demanding of your person at this point in time, and wants them to basically do as they're told and present themselves in a way that they approve of. I mean, down to how they should dress, how they should be seen, what they should say. I feel like they're presenting themselves together, either, you know, as a couple, or in a business sense, or it could be that they work together. But this lipstick energy does all the talking, and that's why I'm feeling that shut up already from your person. Shut up already. So they are not feeling good. In terms of you, I'm feeling that actually that's something to do with this heart wounding energy, but they just I'm not getting a lot in that regard, because I feel like this person really does need to focus on themselves. They really do need to feel better, is what I'm getting, and feel they're not feeling sexy at all. They're not so, like, there's kind of a cut off for the sacral chakra energy for me. It's like it's being completely monopolized by this person who's just all about the physicalities of life, all about it. It's like they suck the room dry. They have to be the center of attention, and your person is just withdrawn, is what I want to say, and not looking great, and not really making an effort with their appearance. And again, that's really, they might be doing it on purpose as well to provoke this individual, because they're just, there's a rebellious energy with this dragon for me. There's a splitting apart energy that is going on, but it's like painfully slow, is what I want to say. I'm getting quite a lot of pentacle energy when I'm feeling this moss. So I do feel like there's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy involved here. I feel like they're dealing with either a fire sign energy with this red, or somebody who's very much in fire force energy. But overwhelmingly so. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands upturned in my head here. So I just think this person is very difficult, and your person doesn't want conflict. But Spirit is saying, you know, sometimes they just need to stand up, take a stand, and say, no, I'm not playing this game. This is not how I feel. This is not how I want to present myself. They need to break away. And my guide is saying that, you know, spirit is trying to get them to pay attention to the fact that they're almost semi-comatose at this point on a spiritual level. And they need to, but they're deeply spiritual underneath that, and there is strong energy towards, I think, like unveiling that energy. There's a lot of love here for you as well. But they just can't access, I don't feel they can access the heart space at the moment. I'm seeing the moss being placed over the heart. And so I do feel healing needs to occur before there's a rejuvenation of any kind of heart chakra based energy. And they need to do this alone. They just want to be alone at this point, and they may be sneaking off just to be alone. But this energy is like watching, that this red lipstick energy is watching every fucking move this person makes. They don't trust them. They're just trying to micromanage every element of your person's world and life. Spirit is saying it's down to that because they allowed themselves to get stagnant, now they're stuck. So your person allowed this stagnation to just creep up and it didn't do anything about it, and now it's kind of overgrown, and there's this, but and they're not in touch with their imaginary realms. I do feel like this individual loves mythology or story or herbs or plants or natural spaces. Maybe they've got a lot of knowledge about that. I'm seeing like a real connection again to the natural realm, to its uses, to practices, to, I do think your person's quite alternative. I think they could be it could be all very magical, but they express it in a physical manner, and they express it in a very natural physical environment, and it's completely different. I think your person likes, you know, to have sex outdoors, to those of you that it relates, and this this lipstick energy is not up for that. They might break a nail. So that this is the kind of energy that spends a lot of money on their appearance. And I do feel that, you know, maybe there's a money bind in this situation, that they somehow, your person's not leaving due to a financial situation or financial constraint energy here. There is, yeah, they're struggling to release themselves. Maybe it's comfortable, maybe they're provided for by this lipstick energy. Maybe they get bought is what I'm hearing. They, you know, it's easy, and that easiness, that complacency that's like attracted them to this situation was fun initially, but now they're realizing that there are things that are much more important than material security in inverted commas, because they are very, very down about the situation that they're in. I'm just going to grab, I think I'm going to grab an animal spirit card and see if spirit has anything else to say about this. I can't see your person taking much action at this moment, but oh, hang on. Oh, my guide's telling me that they won't have a choice soon. Truth transcends illusion, the dragonfly spirit. Yeah, it's been a long, slow gestation for this person to kind of get the picture, but see that brighter green? That's the kind of green that spirit was showing me earlier, and saying that this is the energy that they actually need. So they're getting there, but this is kind of a slow releasing of their past self is what I'm saying, and it's taken them some time, because the dragonfly takes 2 years to get from pupae stage to an actual dragonfly. But once they do get to this energy, they will be moving onward, they'll be flying onward and getting the kind of healing that they need, because they're recognizing the truth of this situation is not authentic to who they are, and they're much more beautiful energy within your person that needs to be expressed differently. And I think they've been in a fog. I think they've been glamoured a little bit, that, you know, they've been lured, is my feeling about this. This is like a lure energy. Scarlet woman, scarlet letter. I'm getting all of those associations with this bright red energy. That, and this is this person that your person is dealing with. These tactics are no longer working. They're no longer working, which is where their frustration is coming from. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be some kind of altercation where your person is going to be forced to stand up for themselves. They're going to have to state their position. I just don't think they can take it any longer. But Spirit is saying they're literally having to be pushed to the absolute limit of what they can take, so that they just give up. So they give up trying to invest anything else with this energy, or, you know, in this work situation or in this relationship, or just allowing themselves to be rolled over, railroaded by somebody who's very selfish and who only wants them for what they can get from them. And that's all about appearance, it's all about status, and it's all about money. Anyway, I think that's all I've got for you. So if that resonated, please do like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello, this is for you that chose the green stone. I think it's turquoise ring here. So the way I do channeled reads is that I see two colours in my mind, and then I find my colour deck and I try and match the colours. So for this one, we've got a pale blue, like a sky blue energy, which I saw. This one says Neptune, message of importance, voice of your muse. What I was actually getting from this colour was quite a lot of air energy. But this person that you're inquiring about could be an air sign or a water sign, is what I'm feeling. And then I got this strong dark earth energy, this brown colour, ground thyself, it says. And again, I'm thinking maybe they're an earth sign as well here. I don't always pick up signs for readings, but I think that somehow that could be quite significant here. All right, well, I use my spirit guide to channel. He might chime in occasionally with certain comments. I think he has quite a lot to say on this particular stack, because I think my vibe from this is that Spirit is not happy with this individual. That, yeah, my guide is shaking his head and rolling his eyes, like they're a bit pissed. They're a bit pissed off with this person that you're inquiring about. How does your person feel? Well, Spirit says they are not taking their situation seriously, and it's about to get serious. Your person is dwelling, is what I'm being told, what I'm being shown. This one says message of importance. I think they're dwelling on some kind of message or some kind of news that's hit them, and they are, you know, or they're aware is in the offing, is what I want to say as well, and they are complaining about this. There's complaining energy, but it's not the kind of energy that chooses to do anything about it. What they're doing in this scenario is that they're complaining, but they're not, but they're kind of knee deep in mud, is what I'm hearing. Spirit says they've got absolutely nothing to complain about. They've created this situation that they feel stuck in. So they're feeling stuck at the moment, and they're just, it's constant whinging is what I'm feeling. Self-pity. I'm getting that really strong. I'm getting that they're in like a quagmire, an emotional quagmire. And Spirit's like, this is their own emotional quagmire that they put themselves in due to their own behaviours, their own actions, their own lack of realistic approach to things, their own, this person is incessant. So, you know, they would do anyone's head in if they were around this energy for too long. I feel like they suck all the air out of the room. They suck the life out of the room because they've got this kind of heavy, depressive energy. that they are, it's just constant complaining. This is like Victor Meldrew, if for the Brits that understand that, 1 foot in the grave, whinging bastard energy. Whether they're male or female, this person, it's never good enough. It's never enough. The grass is, you know, greener on the other side, or but because they are so caught up in this emotional distractive energy, is what Spirit is saying, that they, you know, they've got their head in the clouds, is what I'm hearing, and they are not really wired to reality, and or wired to what's going on, like in their remit. And Spirit is showing me that this like knee deep in mud energy is actually like it's like sinking mud. It's like they're gradually getting lower in this, and instead of doing anything about it, they're just complaining, and they're saying that they can't, that they're incapable, that, you know, they just don't have their head in the game. They don't have their head in the game. And I feel like Spirit is grabbing them by the ankles and trying to pull them down to earth and be like, if you don't get back down to earth in record-breaking time, there is a message coming that is like tower-worthy energy. That's what I'm feeling from this. There's something that you really will have to complain about. It's almost like they've been frivolous in their with their money, or with their working situation, or domestic setup as well, I'm hearing here. They're taking a lot of things for granted, and they're being like proper ingrates, is what I'm hearing, like really ungrateful, and complaining about things, making things up as well, I'm hearing, in order to put themselves in like a victim role or a martyring energy. Spirit is really unhappy about this. Really unhappy. My spirit guide's rolling his eyes again and just shaking his head in disbelief. He's just like, you know, there's only so much we can do to try and get this message to this person, to try and prevent them from encountering what is genuine tower energy that is literally in the offing. And if they don't start to try and release themselves from this sort of depressive, sludgy energy that they've got themselves in, then this tower energy is going to knock them out. He's showing me like it's like a brick over the head kind of energy. He's saying that these people have potentially, or this person, your person, has potentially involved themselves in some really messy business, is what I'm feeling here. They've got themselves in too deep. This could be with the wrong people. I'm feeling like some of this like material energy that's going with this earth energy for me is there is an illegality about potentially what they're doing, and they are, is going to hit them like a ton of bricks when what am I hearing? The chickens come home to coop, or something like that. So Spirit is saying like their heads in the clouds if they think that they can get away with this energy, or somehow like have it overlooked, or somehow I mean, they're not even paying attention. It's almost like they haven't read the fine print, they're not looking at the details. This is like a sort of recklessness via like abdication of like feeling that they are the responsible parties for getting themselves out of the mess that Spirit says in no uncertain terms that they have placed themselves in. They have placed themselves into this energy, and they've fed the energy by complaining, by self-pitying behavior, by taking things too lightly when they should be like approaching them seriously, or what else am I getting from this energy? Getting mixed up with the wrong people, wrong things, not looking at where they are investing their resources. This could be a financial message, that it could be like a fine, or again, I'm feeling like a judiciary energy about this. Some of them could be arrested for something. I mean, this is not going to resonate with all of them, obviously, but there are a few out there that are like knee deep in the proverbial shit already, and they are, their heads in the clouds. They are daydreaming. They are dwelling on like a previous message which has impacted them, or a previous energy that's impacted them emotionally. But that is, Spirit says that there ain't nothing on what is in the offing if this person doesn't pull their head out their ass. That's what my guide did say. They need to pull their head out their ass at high speed, is because they're about to get whacked with an actual real consequence to their action, instead of like fantastical, what he's saying, over exaggeration of how hard it is for them, how difficult it is for them, how they can't do this, how they can't do that. Like, this person wears defeatism like a crown. And Spirit's like, the only way that they're going to be, you know, woken up is by landing down to earth with a thud, an almighty thud. And I'm seeing them like head in the clouds and then absolute plummet. And I'm feeling like, you know, for some of these individuals, they might just fall over and hurt themselves because they're too caught up, or that there's some kind of physical energy that is going to come and impact them, because they've been feeding their auric field with such a negative space that they may break a bone. They might get, some of them might get bones broken by people that they've screwed with, that they are taking way too lightly. I mean, this is the illegal energy that I'm picking up on here. Some of them may well be arrested. If they've outrun some kind of accountability energy, it is going to come back, and it's double-barreled. Spirit saying it's a double-barreled force here in this energy. I'm a little bit concerned for this person, to be honest. Spirit's like, you know, they've absolutely created this situation all by themselves. I'm hearing they're big enough and old enough to know what they're doing. And the impact is something that's going to force them to recognize that they were complaining about absolute nonsense. This person could be, like, if they're involved in a relationship and that relationship is not with you, they could be dumped, like, boom, like, you're gone, see you later, bye. And somebody sets themselves free from this energy because it's draining their life force. They just can't deal with this person's like constant negativity. And I'm hearing it's not even like, it's almost like digging. It like digs, disguised as lightness, or like disguised as kind of poorly disguised, I'm hearing, as kind of light-hearted, frivolous energy. If they are dealing with somebody, like if your person's dealing with somebody like that, and it could be somebody that they're dealing with, this could be something like they're dealing with. I am hearing that if it's not for your person, it's somebody maybe that they're dealing with. And if your person may well just sitting down and say, look, in the nicest possible way, I'm fucking done. I'm done. This could be, but it's mainly, it's them, is what I'm hearing. Mainly, as Spirit says, like, their head's in the clouds, they're knee deep in the shit, and they still aren't making a move to change their situation because they feel like they can't. It's too much effort, is what I'm hearing. They feel like they can't put in the effort, and maybe they're not putting in effort. They may get dropped from their job. They're gonna, they're going to lose something, whether it be their freedom, whether it be their uh, like blue tinted spectacles, Spirit's saying, not even rose tinted spectacles, but you know, they're claiming that they've got the blues, and this is like a standard energy for this person, that they're always like the worst off, is what I'm hearing. It's always hardest on them. It's always, and the consequences of their behavior impacts other people, like immensely so, but they just take this lightly. They just don't, they don't appreciate they don't appreciate the impact they've had on other people, and they may be frivolous or speaking frivolously as well about a very impactful situation that they need to take accountability for, is what I'm hearing. And Spirit says there's spiritual consequences to this. They're mucking with the wrong energies, is what I'm hearing, both positively and negatively. So if they're speaking ill, or they've somehow made themselves a victim of circumstances, and they've hurt innocent people, innocent bystanders, innocent energies of a lighter frequency, who try and keep it light, who've tried to rise above it, who've tried to, you know, assist them from their quagmire, then the spiritual repercussions are going to kick them up the arse. It may not be a spiritual repercussion, it may be an actual physical repercussions. I am seeing that with this earth energy here, with this brown colour I'm seeing, and this water and this earth, and together it's mud, and there's a lot of it. They've been, you know, mudslinging as well, you know, throwing shit, both verbally, spiritually, energetically, and all to make out that they're, you know, they're pure, or they're free of blame. Spirit says they're about to have so much mud thrown at them that only their neck will be they'll be up to their neck in it, is what I'm hearing. It will all, you know, and then there'll be no moving from that situation, and they're about to get themselves like well and truly stuck, inescapably so, from the repercussions of their actions, if they don't pull their head out their arse, is what I'm hearing, and stop chatting shit. I mean, my guide is not mucking around with this one. He's saying that, you know, this energy really needs like a slap, and you know, rather the spiritual slap, he's saying, than the actual physical slap that awaits some of these people, because again, they fucked with the wrong energies, negative ones. Like, they may owe people money that they really, really shouldn't owe money to. There's dark energy in that. These people will want payback, is what I'm hearing. They will not be able to lightly deal with this energy. These people are serious, and they're about to find that out if they don't sort this out, and they don't start making an effort super soon to rectify this situation, because it's almost like if they do owe people money, that they haven't done anything about it. Or, you know, they could owe the legal system money. They, you know, they might lose a lot in this situation financially. They might lose their living space, is what I'm hearing as well. Their like living arrangements might be impacted. Again, for some people, it's just that they're going to get dumped. They're going to get dumped because somebody is well and truly like, I'm done here. This could be you. I mean, either this could be like, oh, just you're out. I just don't want to deal with it. It's way too messy. I feel much lighter. I feel much freer without this energy weighing me down. I feel like much purer. That's the kind of energetic frequency I'm getting. Like, people are moving away from your person. They don't want to be around them. Their energy is just draining. It's flat and self-pitying, and they use this energy to manipulate, is what I'm hearing, and it's always worked in the past. Spirit is saying, well, not always, but it worked a lot of the time in the past. But and they've escaped the consequences of their actions on multiple occasions, but Spirit sees all and Spirit doesn't forget. So this person may well be encountering some kind of strong karma. Injustices have been done to people here, like grave injustices, and unless they stop their potty mouths, is what I'm hearing, and stopped spewing shit, nonsense, Spirit is going to stop it for them, or there's some kind of energy that's coming in to stop it for them. They need to be very careful about talking negatively about both positive energies in their life that they're trying to pretend are negative, or negative energies that they are kind of laughing about. Oh yeah, that person's no big deal, blah 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 blah. That person's just about to show them what a big deal they are. This person may be gossiping to the wrong people, or telling people the wrong things. There's secretive energy here. They may be revealing information that is much better left hidden. Or your person could be undone by somebody who dobs them in, or who accidentally spills the beans, or who is gossiping about them that they've kept close to them. Again, I'm feeling water sign energy here, earth sign energy. I feel like by some means the shit's going to hit the fan. It's a lot of shit analogies in this, sorry. But yeah, it's kind of ordained is what I'm hearing, and Spirit says that it can be massively mitigated if they make the effort now to clean up their act, is what I'm hearing. They need to clean up their act in some way, shape or form, and stop this self-martyring, self-pitying nonsense, which is, you know, the Spirit is not saying that they haven't been impacted by some news, or they're taking things hard, or it's difficult for them in the heart space maybe, or that they're emotional about some kind of, maybe they were dumped or they've been cut off from something. But Spirit's like, you know, quid pro quo is what I'm hearing. It's just exactly like this is a complete karmic scale balance is what I'm hearing. And this, whatever is coming, it might change and impact their whole life and their environment, their money. Survival energy is going to be required, which is quite full on, but like physical survival energy. So again, I feel like there's a health impact maybe here as well. If they've played the victim, or you know, pretended that they've over-exaggerated, they've massively overextended some kind of energy, or overextended their welcome, or like taken the piss one too many times. Could be a work environment that that you're dealing with here as well. Some of them have stolen money is what I'm hearing, or taken too much money, or spent money secretively, or yeah, that like this is not for everybody, but there is this, but that is going to be found out, and the consequences are going to be full on, and they just don't see this coming. They just don't see it coming. They're like, la 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 land, la la land. That's what I'm hearing with this Neptune energy. They're in la la land. Spirit is saying they, you know, this is completely unrealistic, head in the clouds energy going on for this person that you're inquiring about. I mean, you might be the one that delivers this ton of bricks message to this individual. I don't know, but Spirit is saying this is a warning. This is a warning shot across the bow. like the next one will sink the boat, is what I mean, it's a serious energy. The next one's gonna like sink the boat if this person doesn't. And it, like I say, this could be a physical impairment that occurs that prevents them from working or prevents them from, this is a breakdown energy for me, like the tower. This is a tower energy, and it's a hell of a tower. And this person, I feel, is like familiar with tower energies, but unless they learn, the tower each time is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And, you know, until they are literally immobile and forced to face the consequences of their actions. Even then, Spirit says that they may be in denial, but that they keep being victimized, or they perceive themselves as being victimized, or things not working out, or being really unlucky, because they keep doing the same things over and over and expecting no consequences. I mean, yeah, this is daft. This is daft unless they take accountability for. Some of them are also pretending that they know what they're doing in a workspace or work situation. They may be dealing with finances, or dealing with property, or dealing with some kind of business venture that they've really struggled to get off the ground, and they're in la la land if they think that they're going to get it off the ground with all of that quagmire energy. They may be presenting themselves as being completely capable of achieving something, or they talk the talk, Spirit is saying, but they do not walk the walk. And this is like attention to detail energy is completely absent. This person may have got themselves in deep without even noticing that this could be a contract that they can't get out of, and they are going to have to face legal action if that's the case. God, heavy. Right, I'm going to pick a spirit, an angel, what was I saying? An animal message from this is Colette Baron Reed's deck. I think they're beautiful. Panther, reclaim your power. Look how dark that energy is, and for me, I'm getting a dangerous energy of this. They're in dangerous ground. Spirits like they don't even notice. They're not even paying attention. They need to wake the hell up and smell the coffee, is what I'm hearing. Wake up, smell the coffee. Somebody is watching this person. Oh, this is quite creepy. Some of them may be being followed. Somebody has got close eyes on this individual and is watching what they are doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're about to be found out. Secrets going to come to light, mud is going to fly. You know, there are repercussions lurking here, and this cat's not going to observe for much longer, is what I'm feeling. Reclaim your power, or face the teeth and claws of the spiritual energy, or someone. You know, this is head honcho energy as well for me. Some of these people have got themselves mixed up really with the wrong people, and this is the head daddy that they may not be aware of at all. They may not be aware of. I mean, you could be talking drug dealing energy. You could be, this is not for all of them, obviously. This is not for all of them. Or this is what you observe and you're like, I'm done. Or someone else is done. But they are being seen, is what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling with this. They are being watched, they are being seen. If they do not start to change their behavior or stop chatting bollocks, is what I'm hearing, they are going to encounter a ton of bricks attack energy in the form of a panther, and they won't see it coming at all. This is ambush energy for me. Well, they need to get themselves out this shit at high speed. So I think that's all I've got for you. Sorry it wasn't lighter, but this is what's going on with your person at the moment, and they're feeling nowhere near as concerned as they should be feeling, is what I want to say. They need to. This could knock the foundations of their livelihood, their living arrangements, they are sinking at speed if they don't do it, and they're doing it to themselves. They're doing it to themselves, and the more they chat shit, the more that they lose ground with people. People will not be bought off with words. Actions are very important here, and if they don't act soon, this message of important, and they know intuitively, it says voice of your muse, there is some kind of energy, and spirit is like, oi, just pay attention. Like, pay attention. We're getting really pissed off. We don't want you to have to deal with this, but you will have to deal with this if you don't get the message at speed. This is an energy not to be messed with. Don't mess with this energy. Well, that's all I've got for you. I don't really know what else to say, but that's where your person's at this moment in time. So thanks for listening. If it resonated, please do like and subscribe and share. Thanks, bye. Hello to those of you that chose the emerald and gold ring here. Now, the way I do my colour readings is I let a colour come to my head, and then I find a representative card in my colour deck. And for you, the first colour that came to me was this beautiful emerald green, and I just don't have a colour deck card that matches it. So I've used my ring because I really feel that it's got some bearing on this, because I actually did see an emerald stone coming through, a much bigger one, I'll be honest, with this particular deck. And then the second colour that I picked for you was in between these two very, very close shades of yellow, this beautiful pale yellow colour. One says give it time, and the other one says rest, relaxation, holiday, and sweet surrender. So I'm going to talk first about the emerald green. And I'm also being shown by Spirit that this is a mirroring situation that's going on with you guys. So this could be a soul connection that you're inquiring about. Some kind of strong soul bond energy is going on here, whether this be romantic, which I think for most of you it is, because I am picking up a lot of romantic energy, or whether it be platonic. This person that you're inquiring about is a romantic in no uncertain terms. They're very romantic. So if I say something about this person and you think, actually, that's not them, it's me, then that's fine. Spirit is saying you need to flip this sometimes, potentially, because it could be the way they think about you or the way that you think about them. So the energy around this person is circling around the idea of commitment, of whether they should engage with you. So I think for a lot of you that there's maybe not a great deal or no contact at this moment, potentially, because it's around the concept of commitment. This ring gives me engagement ring vibes, but it's not traditional. Traditionally in the West, that's like a diamond, for example, but this is an emerald. So this person is traditional about certain things. I feel like they're traditional about the concept of commitment, or you are, and commitment to self, in terms of expression, in terms of being who they are. Commitment to personal skills is also something that's on their mind at this point in time. What should they commit their time to? What should they invest their energy in? Should it be a relationship, maybe with you? Should it be their skill set? I feel like there's a lot of creativity here. I feel dexterity energy as well. I like craftsmanship kind of energy. I'm feeling expressional space very strongly with this, and also attention to detail. This person's quite detailed, likes to put in time and effort. This is someone who's thoughtful, who will take their time in making a decision surrounding commitment, because they're serious about it. And whether they're serious about it with you or you're serious about it with them, it's something thoughtful. It's something of quality that they value in terms of commitment. And commitment is a big word for this person. I see you, I see you, they see you, or you see them as solid as a rock, as you know, sensitive but very strong, very resilient. There's a delicacy about this piece of jewellery, but it's very strong, it's very robust, it's meant to last. The stone is set snugly and securely, so security is also a factor with this person at this moment in time. They're thinking about long-term security. They don't like drama. They like adventure, but not drama. They like peace. They feel things should be balanced in a relationship. So this is the kind of energy that, like you or them, that if they don't receive the same level of loyalty or the same level of investment in a relationship, they won't stick around. They'll stick around for a while because I feel like they observe carefully and people's actions, you know, over a period of time. They are romantic, so they do like nice words as well. They do like, there's a fondness for well-crafted language is what I'm hearing here. Anything that's well-crafted is of interest to this individual. I do feel like maybe with some of you, there's been a round and round kind of energy. Maybe you've gone around a few times with this person and one of you was committed and the other was much more fair weather, is what I want to say with these sunny cards down here. You know, maybe slow to commit or too slow to commit, or you know, treated the relationship maybe like a bit of a holiday or a bit of a getaway from maybe another commitment that there is investment with, is what I want to say here. This could be you, this could be them. Regardless, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here on both sides of this equation. And I think that you go round and round in their head, or like they go round and round in your head. And that feels very solid. That feels kind of like an unbreakable space for me with this ring and this circular energy that travels with this ring for me. So they're going to think carefully, and they are thinking carefully about what they would invest in. They're not that bothered by material goods. They like quality, but it's their quality is time, or yours. Time is the true quality. Time with your person. Time where they get to emotionally invest, or they see that you're emotionally invested in the heart chakra space, that there's a dedicated energy around this individual. They are dedicated people. So if you want something casual or like easygoing or come and go with this person, or fair weather, this person they may go along with it initially and that they'll depart, is what I'm feeling. It's not what they're looking for. What they're looking for is long-term security, long-term commitment, something that they feel they can truly dedicate themselves to. This person is very honest, or you are, again. Like I say, one energy is quite fair weather and the other, but upbeat, you know, fun and upbeat, and the other one is more serious and more culturally inclined to the traditions concerning principles, because there's an energy here of strong faith. So this person is very spiritual, is what I want to say, and it's very heartfelt spirituality. And it could be a religion, it could be, I don't feel it's an energy that's not accepting of other belief structures, though. I do feel like this individual is just very faith driven in their own way, that they admire acts of faith, they admire buildings of faith, spaces of faith, that have positive energy, and they admire anything that has taken time to create here. So you're talking about old architectural spaces, old cultures, and there's a real enjoyment of travel. I think you both share that. I think, you know, some of the things that I say will be both applicable to both of you. Confidence has been an issue with one of you, or maybe both of you. I feel like there's had to be a boundary put into place here. So like I say, I think some of you may be in separation, maybe you had to put the boundary in place, or they had to put a boundary in place, due to needing either to commit to the self or committing to a relationship that they're already in. Maybe they're already engaged or married, or you are. But that needed to occur. This boundary needed to happen. It needed to be, Spirit's saying it needed to be quite strongly put into being, because it's in alignment with the conscience energy, it's in alignment with faith energy, and this is my spiritual stack. So you guys and this person, I feel, are very spiritually aware, and there's no real leeway with like the conscience energy in terms of being spiritual. You need to stick to strong ethical principles, is what I'm feeling with this energy. This person's not keen on feeling or being around people who are jealous. They really don't like that energy. They find it very negative. If you're possessive with this person, again, that is something that they will break away from, or you. And maybe that's why you did, I don't know. But there is great love, but the reason why this person or you don't like the jealousy energy is because trust is very important. And if somebody doesn't trust you, if somebody doesn't trust them, jealousy is an indication that they are not trusted, that they are mistrusted. So they don't like that jealousy energy, and they don't like game playing with people who try and make them feel jealous, or use other people to make them feel jealous, or like any kind of means of comparison. This person is a one-off and they know it. This is a unique item. This is handcrafted. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting. It's like you cannot replicate me, is what I'm hearing. And they may well feel this way about you, like you cannot be replicated, you are unique, like you're sensitive but strong. All of these qualities are coming through with this ring for me. I do feel there's a connection to India. This ring is from India, but that's coming through really strong with me here, that there's some kind of either desire to go, or maybe you've lived there, or do live there, or work there, or have had time there, or born there, or there's some kind of energy link to India, even if it's just that the spirituality of the Indian continent and what that has to offer is like a key energy. So Eastern philosophy, Eastern, I'm thinking yoga, I'm thinking, yeah, anything that's Eastern rooted. Spirit's asking me to broaden it now to like the East in general. over, like, rather than Western spirituality, Western culture. There could be a difference in cultures between you and this person, but I do feel like there's this romantic energy coming through with the Indian flavor for me. And yeah, there's this person likes both the mix of the dark and the light side of life. I mean, India is the perfect country to showcase that in all its glory and non-glory. And that makes it very three-dimensional, very sensory as a space. So I do feel that this is, again, it's very sensory energy, very, they want to touch things, go to places, visit monuments. It might be a dream to do that, but like, it feels beautiful, it feels warm, it feels exotic, it feels like a coming alive energy. This person likes to travel, or definitely you do. They like to take their time in doing that. They might like to do travel circuits, is what I'm thinking here. You know, like do loops of an area, or start in one place that they know, like have their, what I'm going to say, have their arrival and departure sorted, and then kind of loop around in the middle. Spirit is showing me a backpack rather than a 5-star hotel. So this person is like, they like to travel, but they don't want to do it the way that everyone else does it. Like, they would rather feet on ground, explore. There's an adventurous energy for me here, and a very sort of lucky travel vibe. It may be that your person travels a lot in terms of work, or you do, or that you'd love to go away together or spend time abroad together. Just, it's quality time energy that I'm picking up. That's the love language here, quality time, getting to know each other. Like I say, there is a confidence issue, though, with one of you in terms of connecting or engaging or reaching out to the other. Maybe you don't feel like you can offer this kind of commitment. If so, then, you know, it's fine that you're not reaching out, is what I want to say. That, or maybe you feel that they can't offer you this kind of commitment because they're in a different, they're committed to some other space or some other energy. And I feel that that's fine. It's as it should be, Spirit is saying. You do not want to go round and round and lose confidence, lose your sense of self-respect. I am hearing, though, that if this is something that you want with this person, and you feel that it's something that they want with you, and this is sounding, then you must overcome the obstacles that you have in terms of your self-belief, in terms of your confidence, or your positivity, is what I'm hearing as well. Don't set yourself up to fail in this energy, is what I'm hearing as well here. You need to have the courage to be able to articulate this. I'm seeing written word as well here. It may be that you like to take your time with selecting the language, and therefore writing is a better option. Writing it down. Maybe you're just committing to the self. I do feel like, you know, give it time here could refer to this relationship between the two of you. I do feel like there needs to be some kind of gap in your interaction with one another, where rest is encountered. You need a break, you need a rest, or they do, from a commitment. So they either need to take a break from whatever they're committed to, and you know, because they work hard, is what I'm feeling, and it's strong devotional energy, or there's been a lot of effort put into the self here, and maybe they just need some time off, or you need some time off. I do feel like if you haven't had a holiday in a while, Spirit is encouraging you to take a break. Just take some time out, get some sunshine maybe, or just get yourself into a non-structured space There's a lot of structure in this ring for me. And you may have been in a very structured space, or this person's been in a structured space and they need to take time off. So I don't think necessarily it's quite ripe yet, this connection, if it's a love interest that you're inquiring about. If this is a new relationship and they're just, you know, you're not getting that much in terms of communication, this person really does take their time. They really do assess whether the people that are around them, even friendships, work relationships, everything, are worth energetically committing to, are worth putting effort into. Will they get the same back? They will initially put effort in, but they want to see the same level of effort put back. If you expect this person to do all the work, to do all the chasing, to do all the to put in all the legwork, and you're not prepared to do that, this person will be unavailable to you. Basically, they will take time away from you just to see, you know, how you approach that situation or what you do about it, because they want to know 100% that you're engaged with them, or you're prepared to engage with them in a committed way, in a truthful way as well, is what I'm hearing. You know, authenticity of the self is very important to this person. They may be contemplating engagement, marriage, that kind of thing. I do feel like marriage material is what they're looking for, whether they do want to get married or not. I feel like they might as well be married in terms of their commitments, because that's the energy that's coming through here. They are looking for that level of commitment, whether they do officially want to marry or whether they don't officially want to marry. This is the kind of level of commitment that's coming through. This person is a gem. They think you're a gem. They are very trustful. They are very loving. They are very unique individuals. They are very spiritual individuals. But there may be a separation energy, because there just needs to be time taken here. One of you needs to commit to the self more than the other. So it may be that one of you has done a lot of self-work, commitment to your spiritual pathway, commitment to your work, commitment to projects, creative energy, all of those things. And maybe the other is just sort of in a holiday zone, just taking their time, chilling out. There, you know, if that's your energy, you're not really going to get anywhere with this person if you don't put the effort in, or vice versa. They will not get anywhere with you if they don't put the self-love effort in, if they don't see themselves as this gem, as this positive, strong, committed, capable, thoughtful, sensitive, quality individual. It may be that there's a barrier in terms of one of you's not in the country. You're not both in the same region or area or country. That could be an energy very much that is in this particular stack as well. I'm going to pull an animal spirit card here just to see what else Spirit has to say about this one. It is very positive. There is a lot of love here. This person is real romantic. Or you are. I mean, truly romantic. They're diehard. They won't settle for anything other than like real romance, real genuine, like committed romance. And their romance is non-traditional as well. It's like it's truly romantic, but it's a non-traditional romantic. They, you know, they won't be. It's not flowers and restaurants and violin playing. Well, maybe, I don't know. But it's more backpacking, or going to, it's more artistic is what I want to say. It's more expressive. There's a bohemian element about this for me. And again, I'm seeing India, this colourful varieties of the spice of life is what I'm hearing as well. This person really loves new spaces, new cultures. Ooh, Spirit, chuck that one out. Chuck that one out. Oh, there's two. Oh. Trust in divine detours, Coyote Spirit, and Dove Spirit, be peace. So, okay, yeah, I do feel like you're not, that this is sort of a gap or a separation or a break, or this needs to happen, is what I'm hearing, because you need to get the kind of commitment that you're after. I do feel like it's quite a lot your energy. I do feel it may well be their energy as well. I do feel like spirit is going to bring, in the form of this person or another person, the more you dedicate to yourself, I do feel like spirit is going to bring a committed energy into your space. And the way I pulled these cards, give it time for the Coyote Spirit. Maybe there's some energy that needs to be worked out here in terms of like past fuckery, cyclic issues that need breaking. Coyote for me is the trickster energy, but it's also very magical trickster energy. It's also coming to understand, coming to observe things differently. And with the give it time and trust in divine detours, I do feel like it's kind of leading an unexpected pathway. See it as an adventure, see it as an exploration or journey. Divine timing feels like it's coming in strong here, but effort does need to be put in. If you're just kicking back and chilling out and waiting for a commitment to turn up, while not committing to the self, you need to commit to the self. You need to commit to your own self-expression. And that needs to be like, I'm hearing marry yourself. Like marry thyself is what I'm hearing. Old school language here. Marry thyself. So it's saying, you know, you need to be central to your own existence and step away mentally from like circular thinking or going round and round thinking about this person, because it says rest, relaxation. I do think you need to take a chill pill here and be at peace, be easy. Just feel settled, feel centered in your own space. Like I say, there's a lot of love here, and I do feel great spiritual support for this person and for you. There's huge spiritual energy here. I'm feeling that, like the descending of the dove onto, in terms of the Christ consciousness energy is coming through for me in this. So I feel like it's to do with the third eye lighting up as well here. There's ascension energy. This for me is very like twin flamey, soulmate energy. You need to be at easy with surrendering to this process, sweet surrender, it says up there, and trust in divine detours. So Spirit is really saying, you know, if you're not with this person, or you don't feel they match your level of commitment, there's a reason why you've been detoured away from this situation. Either them or you. Either them or you. They've been detoured, you've been detoured. I think Spirit's detoured the pair of you. It may be that it's just not right, because maybe this person totally interrupts your peace, or you interrupt their peace, because the coyote would probably eat the dove. So I feel like the coyote at this point in time, peace would be destroyed if there was contact or engagement, but that it does need to be, or maybe it was in the past, is what I'm hearing as well, because one is committed and the other is not. Anyway, I really hope that resonated. Give it time, like Spirit says. I do feel like you just need to treat yourself. You either need to commit to yourself and put the work in, put the effort in, or if you're the other person that's done all that work, you need to treat yourself to time out where you get a lot of peaceful relaxational energy. I do feel like if you go traveling, something's going to happen. Or if you go on a trip, I do feel like some kind of romantic energy is going to occur during that process. So if you're booking to go away or backpack, or then I'm feeling good for you. I'm feeling good for you. All right, that's all I've got for you. Really hope it resonated. Thanks so much. If it did, please like and subscribe and share. Bye, guys.